Hello and welcome to the Super 7 Journey of Transformation. So I was thinking about how I wanted to round off my 23-year anniversary because there's been an offer each week of the month of October. So we kicked off with the full-on transformation program. It's either a 3-month, 6-month or 12-month program where we bring together all of the 20 therapeutic modalities that I've trained in over the past 23 years. And that's a real sort of deep dive about all aspects of life. And with that one, we did the very innovative, never done it before, choose your own price. So you pay your own price. So that was week number 1. Week number 2, we did the offer, the 33% for my e-newsletter list, 23% for the public, and that was on my learning management system. So those are online, on-demand workshops, 1-day workshops, 2-day workshops, 3-day workshops, and so you have those on demand whenever you want to do the training. This week it's 33% off, or 23% for public, off my one-to-one coaching sessions, therapy sessions, and the gift voucher. So the online sessions are done by telephone or phone, and so it was 33% off my e-newsletter list and 23% off. So if you're watching this in real time, that comes to an end tomorrow at midnight. And then I thought to round off the week, we would do a Super 7 journey. And there will be one other offer that launches on Monday as well. So I will be emailing about that probably Sunday night, Monday morning for my e-newsletter list. And then it will go out on socials once the e-newsletter have had a chance to take that opportunity. So let me tell you about the Super 7. So the Super 7, it was obviously with 20 different modalities to choose from. It was a little bit of a challenge to decide. However, thank you to those who joined me for the free webinar that I ran on Thursday about unlocking your potential. And we went on the archetypal journey, unpacking the past 48 years and then learning lessons as we go around that journey, the gift of hindsight, some of the key things that have dawned on me, both in terms of my own experience and working with clients over the last 23 years, and also a couple of those very small yet really pivotal and powerful questions that changed everything for me. Now, the good news is those of you who joined me live for the free event on Thursday, that was the 19th of October, 2023, you get this program for free because we had something on the webinar called the modality mixer, where I was inviting the audience to choose which modality they wanted to do as a standalone. Of course, as I expected, there wasn't just one clear winner. There were 2 or 3 that were kind of in the top. Huna, of course, tarot was right up there as well. And so what I decided to do when I was looking through that, I thought, you know what, why don't I go one better? Why don't I choose the top 7? I always think of the late Len Goodman when I say 7. So why don't I choose the top 7 and build those into a transformation journey? Well, it's like a little mini high-level breakthrough session. So let me show you what is included. Now, in terms of this, if you want to make positive changes, you want to make lasting change, and you want some tools and techniques and strategies to support you to be the best version of yourself, then this is definitely for you. It is a unique fusion, including Huna, access consciousness, past life regression, FLP, the future life progression. Some of you may know it, the wonderful Anjesh, Ho'oponopono, and timeline therapy and tarot. And each day we are going to delve into a different modality. So it's going to be a journey of discovery overlaid on top of the archetypal journey. And this is about evolution and empowerment. So it might be for you unlocking your potential. It may be overcoming limiting beliefs. You might want to gain insight about how the past potentially affects your present and your future. It may be about healing old wounds and destructive patterns and energetic connections. It may be that you really want to get into the space where you're harnessing the power of the intuition and the inner mind. And I shared with you 2 of those pivotal questions on the free webinar that absolutely stopped me in my tracks to the point where I looked around and was like, who said that? But those questions to this day still give me goosebumps, and they still pack a punch when I use them with clients. So it may be that you want to tap more into that, or it could be that you want to gain future guidance tools for reflection and self-empowerment. So that's really where the future life progression, the timeline therapy as well, and the sense of empowerment comes in. So day one, we're going to do a past life regression and healing across and through time. So we do a very quick intro, a little bit about how, and just explaining the domino effect of that, and what you might in Gestalt therapy as well. I'll explain the premise of that, and just seeing and explaining how I've seen it over the years influence people's current life and even out into their future. Then we'll do a guided group process. Day two, having been back to the past to see what's going on, we will then do some access consciousness to release old limiting beliefs. And limiting beliefs, I talked again about the three that were most pivotal in my life that held me back for the first 32 years. And so we will delve into those. If you have your soul plan and you've done a soul plan reading, I would definitely suggest that you maybe go back and listen to the notes that you made or the recording, because I do an audio recording when clients do a soul plan reading. And you may want to listen to the audio recording, because I will then, particularly for the worldly challenges and the spiritual challenges, I list the limiting beliefs that are most common with those. Let me give you an example while I'm here. I did a 5-day soul plan challenge. One of the, let me just see. So yeah, the 9-9, for example. So I have no power. These are the limiting beliefs. I have no power. Other people have the answers. I can't trust myself. I need drama to feel alive. People are out to get me. I hate myself. I need to cause trouble to get noticed. And with the drama and the causing trouble, the way that that plays out, for example, because at face value you might go, what? But it's almost as though people self-sabotage, or they will do something or even not take an action, which then sparks a chain reaction. All hell breaks loose, and then you're into, oh dear, woe is me. So it's that sort of thing. So if you've got your soul plan, remind yourself of the key limiting beliefs that came up, because that will be really useful for feeding into this one as well. But we'll talk about some of the most common ones. Day 3, we've got the Ho'oponopono and the healing and forgiveness. And I'm going to maybe change that to releasing and letting go as well. So this one is, and we're going to do there's what I call the social media Ho'oponopono, the words. And then there's the big version that I learned, interestingly, on the Big Island out in Hawaii. And this one includes the stage, the Avaiku, the Arca connections. And so we'll do that as a group process as well. And it's just fantastic for cutting old energetic ties and connections with a sense of compassion and gratitude rather than and hate. Then day 4, we'll do the Huna energy clearing. And this will give you a very brief introduction to Huna. We will do a quick process for higher self connection, because when we're doing this work, it's a really good idea, because I'm not doing it for you, to you, or at you. It's a co-creation process. And so when I'm doing a Huna session with a client, I am, let's say, how can we say, in communication, getting permission from their higher self. Now, that's not something the client is involved in. They're just like, okay, let's go. But that's part of my process. But I thought we'd do it as a group to ramp up the power of that, so you're more consciously connected and engaged into that process. Then we'll do the guided Huna energy clearing using the symbols. And the symbols I will choose will be based upon who's there, what's come up for clearing in the past 3 sessions, and when we'll do the Huna energy clearing. We've then got the day 5 timeline therapy. We're going to be releasing some emotional baggage, because hey, let's lighten the load. If the baggage is no longer relevant, has served its purpose, adios, goodbye, bon voyage. So a very brief introduction to the timeline therapy concept. That was a process created by Tad James. Then we'll release some negative emotions, and starting to think about how you can shape your future with a clearer emotional slate. Because oftentimes I have found, particularly when I was doing breakthrough sessions with clients, and that's all I did for the first 9 years I was in practice. I'd say maybe even closer to 10 or 12 actually. But I was a relationship coach for 9 years, all based around the breakthrough sessions. And of course, I'd have clients coming for other things as well. But it was one day, come in the morning, work all day. So you arrive at 10, we work through till 5, off you go, have a nice life. And it is that quick and that powerful. and timeline therapy. We do that towards the end because we've worked on clearing the things that would stop and block and get in people's way. So now we've got a clean slate and we're not dragging the old emotional baggage into the now and projecting it out into the future. Day 6, we are going to do the FLP, Future Life Progression. We're going to be creating your ideal future. I think we might, for that one, do the ultimate best version of you. That's always a really cool process. So again, very brief intro to FLP for people who haven't come across it before, guided process and setting intentions for a brighter future and bringing some of that wonderful future energy and those resources back into the now. And then we close on day 7 with the tarot. And that's going to be a mix of self-reflection and guidance. So I'll give you an overview of how I do my monthly Tarot Tuesday sessions. I do free tarot readings in my online membership group for anyone who wants a reading. So I do individual readings. I will do the self-reflection piece where I'll be pulling some cards and integrating the wisdom of the tarot and bringing the whole of the 7 days together. So the live sessions are going to be, I'm anticipating, 30 to 40 minutes or thereabouts, plus some time for Q&A and a bit of time also preparation wise beforehand. If you want to have a think about, okay, what are you bringing to the table? What would you most like to work on? What would you most like to clear? And a process for giving yourself permission to release. So that's what we're doing. Now, when you scroll down to the bottom of the page, there'll be a couple of documents that are immediately open. So the welcome and getting prepared and the program overview and link. So you'll click start and they will open. The others are locked and they will open each day. Now, with this, if you're joining us live, then there'll be live video webinars. If you happen to be watching this after the fact, maybe even a few years into the future, then the video webinars, they'll be pre-recorded so you can watch those and take yourself through the process. So yes, that is it. There's a estimated timings next to these as well. As I said, I've just put in average timings, including a bit of preparation time for you, the time that we're on the live, the time that we will do questions. So those are just approximate at the moment. So yeah, that's it. So come on over, click away. Let's do it. A little bit about me at the bottom. If we have never met and haven't worked together before, and if we have, of course, you know kind of what to expect, but this one is obviously a little bit different. The first time I've put these particular modalities together, for sure, outside of the transformation program. Right, that's it. Now, the link that I'm on, it's a bit of a mouthful. I will say it, but then I'll tell you the easiest way to find the link. So this one's marilyn-courses/the-super-7-journey-of-transformation. And Marilyn Devonish, Marilyn for November, DEV for Victor, ONISH. So Marilyn Devonish is one word, then dot the letter U and then teach.io/courses/the, and there's a dash between each of these, the Super 7 Journey of Transformation, TRANCE, as in hypnotic trance. So TRANCE, F for Freddy, FORMATIOAIN. So easiest way, go to my main website, go to transformationstm.com. So again, www.TranceFormAtionSTM, so transformationstm.com. Click the red What's New button. A panel will slide out, and then you will see this image here, a unique 7-day journey of transformation. And underneath the picture, you will see a link that clicks you straight through to this page. Now, if you're watching this in real time, for the pre-launch this weekend, it's 33% off for my e-newsletter list, and it will be 23% off if you're seeing this just generally on social media. And so that's just ahead of it starting. And the 23% off that I've mentioned is because it's my 23-year anniversary. And with the 33%, it's just that my e-newsletter subscribers got an extra 10% off for being a subscriber. Right, that's it. Thank you for watching. I really look forward to working with those of you who will join me for this fabulous journey. Yeah. And if you're watching this on my Dub platform, underneath this video, there'll be a button that says Super 7 or Book Super 7, something like that. I haven't set it up yet because I need to do the video first and then set it up. And I have, sometimes it's a bit fussy on the number of characters you can use for the button, but it will have Super 7 somewhere. So you can click the button there. I'll also put a link through to the main website, and I will add a button also for the e-newsletter if you're not yet a subscriber and you would like to, because my e-newsletter list, they usually get different unique pricing. Also, if I'm testing out a new process or a combination or something like that, that's the place I will go first when I'm looking for volunteers to test it out and come back and give me feedback. So yeah, my e-newsletter list often get to try stuff out for free before it launches for the public. And there are special things that I'll do for the e-newsletter that are exclusive to the list. So this month, for example, there was a written and audio tarot reading for the month of October. So join the e-newsletter list. It's free to subscribe, and that's the easiest way that you're kept up to date, because what we're looking at here, it has not yet been released to the public. So this video, I'm doing it so I can put it into my e-newsletter, and then I'll upload it up to YouTube as well. So if you're watching on YouTube, you know what to do. The link will be in the description, and if you're on social media, it'll either be in the description of the video or it will be in the comments. And if you know someone who could benefit from taking part in this, or actually anything else that I do, then please feel free to share the links. Word of mouth and social proof, particularly if you've done any of my workshops, trainings, coachings, webinars, free webinars, teleseminars back in the day. I started doing teleseminars back in 2005. So if you've ever attended anything, it's always helpful to just say a couple of words like, this is great, or I've attended, fantastic, whatever, and lets people know that you actually have some experience of what you're recommending as well. So that will be absolutely amazing and very much appreciated, because one of the things that has been key in the past 23 years, it requires people to work with. So without you, none of this wonderful stuff would really come into fruition and be in the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who has supported me over the past 23 years, and to everyone who will be supporting me in the future. So yeah, I shall leave it there. Marilyn Devonish, the Neuro Success Coach from transformationstm.com, over and out. And thank you for your support, and thank you for sharing.